Welcome back, my Duelist friends. Casual Duelist here, and it's kind of Facebook official. Cyber Strike is finally here. So, what does this mean? Well, I want to say that this is going to be, this will be considered the most influential structure deck this year. This will be the top tier 2021 structure deck. And not for the reasons you think. Honestly, we had the god structures, and they were cool. They were iconic. They had specific cards just for them. They had a couple new cards that were released, and it was everything a casual player could want. But so is this. Literally, these are $10 a piece right now, MSRP. I did go down to my locals. I went to my OTS and I got 1, 2, 3. I actually picked up 4. There's a reason for this 4th one. You guys will find out in about a month or so when I show you guys what I've been doing in my spare time. But this deck was amazing. And for those of you guys who actually saw the OCG list and everybody was like, oh, we're not going to get the OCG list. Guys, they only changed one card. And, excuse my really crappy printout. But what they really changed here was they took out the Lightning Storm. What did they do? They gave us, I want to say it was, I can just read the back of the box. Cybernetic Overflow. It's a continuous trap. It's whatever. And the reason I was calling it, we were going to get the impermanence and not the storm, even though I would love to have had both. The reason for the impermanence and not the storm is you guys got to remember Konami is a business first and foremost. The game is kind of secondary to making money. And this would really cut into primary market sales of King's Court. So of the two cards, this is why I had kept saying Infinite Impermanence is going to be in there. And guys, it is. So before we go any further, let's take a good look at the box. This is going to be the new boss monster. That's a fusion between Cyberdark and Cyber End Dragon. It's very cool. That said, this deck plays 3 different ways, which means I'm going to build the budget deck for you guys this time around 3 different ways. And then I'm going to show you guys how to play it at a higher level with your now like unbudgeted, unrestrained versions based on what I have in my collection. And that'll be like a straight Cyber Dragon, a straight Cyber Dark, and then of course the fusion, the way the structure deck is actually set to let you go. So this is actually really cool. And I kind of feel bad that I did Infinite Impermanence like 10 weeks ago or whatever for a card of the week, because that is scary cool. Just the fact that we got that. So like, let's get eyes on cards and show you guys a little bit of what we're getting so hyped up for. And we'll actually like visit some of the new, the new effects. Let's take a look at the paper cutout first. I love these. And again, it's just our big boss monster. It's just him centered. So it's not like the greatest. They probably could have like put a bunch of the fusions together. But you know what, guys, it is what it is, and unfortunately, I'm going to beat this pack up a little bit while I try to find their pre-tear. It's always somewhere around the center, and then never rips all the way, and this is why some guys, I'm assuming, go ahead and do like a small opening. They have one set to the side that's already opened. So the first thing we're going to get is we're going to get the Cyberdark Chimera. It's going to start with all the foils real quick, which is cool. And the impermanence, I guess, isn't even going to be a common. It's going to be a super rare. So for those of you that are still trying to foil hunt and everything, this isn't going to really ding the value. I assume that this is actually going to value out at about the cost of the deck. So if you guys were uncomfortable paying the $30 to $40 for regular copies right now, this is a great way for you guys to just go ahead and jump on that play set and have a deck that's built all the way around it. So again, the first guy up is going to be one of the new Cyberdarks, and it's going to be Chimera. You can discard 1 spell trap, add 1 power bond from your deck to your hand. You can only use dragon or machine cyber monsters as fusion material this turn. Also, when you fusion summon this turn, you can also banish monsters from the graveyard as material. If this is sent to the graveyard, you can send 1 Cyberdark monster from the deck to the graveyard with a different name from the cards in your graveyard. You can only use each effect once per turn. So again, kind of cool, kind of fantastic. We got a continuous spell in the form of the realm. When this is activated, you can add one Cyber Dark monster from your deck to your hand with a different name from the cards already in your graveyard. During the main phase, you can immediately, after this effect resolves, normal summon one Cyber Dark monster. So this should activate sort of like double summon because it is part of the card effect and therefore should not take precedence over your regular single normal summon. You can only use this previous effect once per turn, that's fine. If you equip a monster from your graveyard by the effect of a Cyber Dark monster that activated when it was normal or special summoned, you can equip from your opponent's graveyard instead. You may only activate one of these per turn. This is fantastic. We are going to abuse it. It's good to see Cyber End here again. I was a little confused. I didn't know maybe since it was Cyber Darks in here, if they were going to go with the dark illustrations, they went with the classic one. I'm cool with that. There's our Cyber Dark End Dragon. Look at all those stars. I'm assuming that's 12. Not going to bother to count right now. Cyber Dark plus Cyber End must be fusion summoned or special summoned by attributing one level 10 or lower Cyber Dark fusion monster equipped with Cyber End Dragon unaffected by your opponent's activated effects. Once per turn, you can equip a monster from either graveyard to this. This card can attack a number of times each battle phase up to the number of equipped cards equipped to it. And it's got a beefy boss stat of 5k. So very cool. Can't wait to play it a little bit. We got the Cybernetic Horizon. This looks new. This is always considered a Cyber Dark card. Send 2 Dragon and or Machine Cyber monsters with different attributes to the graveyard. 1 each from the hand and the deck. Add 1 Dragon or Machine Cyber monster from your deck to your hand. And if you do, send 1 Machine Cyber Fusion monster from your extra deck to the graveyard. Now, this sounds right now like a perfect way to get the Cyber End into the discard pile. But, you know, again, this is just first impressions. I didn't actually read the spoiler. I actually had my wife pull out that list for me, the paper one. You can only activate 1 of these per turn. You cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck the turn you activate this except machines. Totally fine, totally good card. They gave hers a pretty good super rare reprint. The Fusion Deployment gets a reprint, and I want to say I just saw these when I picked up the Fluffle Deck core, so that's kind of cool. I'll have some extras. Again, Infinite Impermanence, good card, great card. If you're not buying the deck to play Cyber Dragon, you're buying the deck to get this. That's not a problem. They do have the attachment Cyburn. You can target 1 Dragon or Machine Cyber monster you control. Equip this from the hand or field to it. While this card is an equipped card, the equipped monster gains 600. If this card is sent to the graveyard while equipped to a monster, you target 1 other Dragon or Machine monster, Cyber monster in the graveyard, special summon it. You can only use this effect once per turn. So he's got some applications. He looks pretty cool. I'm in. Again, they went with the classic Cyber Dragon. They could have went with the dark version. It would have been cool. They do give us Zwei, Dry, Veer, Noster as a common. And this was just an excellent card that allows you to play the Machine Dupe loop. Or maybe it's not a loop, but the combo. And this is one of the things we'll go over. And honestly, again, if you were just trying to play Cyber Dragons, you really just need to go pick up some other cards, and you pretty much have the entire recipe in here. We do have the cores. They gave us Cyber Pharaohs. Cyber Valley gets a reprint here. Cyber Phoenix gets a reprint. Again, Horn, Edge, Keel, the Cannon, and the Claw. So, again, if you guys missed the Legendary Duelist pack, this is another great way. You guys get the entire archetype, plus the new cards. They're giving us Len Ling as a tech card in here. They are giving us a Kaiju in the form of Jizakuru. And again, if you upgrade your deck later and you start using Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon, this is a great way to snack an opponent's monster and then be able to take this back off the field. So even though it is one of the stronger Kaiju, it's not going to be as easy to run over as Gamma CL. We can still sort of absorb it, so it'll be fine. They did give us Gizmek Orochi, Serpatron, Sky Slasher, so that's pretty cool. And Gale Dogger, I don't remember if we got this card before, if it was just like an original like OTS or tournament pack. You could pay 3,000 life points, send a monster from your extra deck to the graveyard, which could be good depending on the situation, but I feel like extra Foolish Burial Goods would make a better play, and something I will probably go to is the Dogmatica Punishment, just because we're going to gain some advantage while loading the discard pile to try to get our Cyber End Dragon equipped, so that'll be fine. We do get the quick play Cyber Eternal. Target a machine Cyber Fusion monster in the graveyard, return it to the extra deck, or special summon it, ignoring summoning conditions. So it doesn't have to be played properly first, which is cool. If a machine Cyber Fusion monsters you control would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can banish this card in the graveyard instead. So it does have a lingering protection effect, which is great. And you can only use each effect once per turn, which is fine. They gave us the Repair Plants, which is amazing. Cyber Emergencies as a common. This is good tech. And if you guys were wanting to play Drytrons too, this absolutely works for Drytron builds. Which is why I want to say it was released, I want to say it was Genesis Impact, but my memory might be wrong. We do have the Cyberload Fusion here, Cyber Dark Impact, Cyber Dark Inferno, Future Fusion. The Fusion tag is actually kind of cool. Target a monster you control, reveal a Fusion monster in the extra deck, and if you do, the targeted monster's name can be treated as that monster if used for a Fusion summon this turn. And again, if you're going to use something like a Power Bond route, to go into the Cyber Dark End or Cyber End Dark or whatever it was. I'll just find them. I promised myself I'd try to get these all right, and here I am. Cyber Dark End. This would be a great way again to like trick the game into letting you use something that isn't Cyber End, which is fantastic. We are going to get machine dupes. We did get machine dupes. I want to say it was Maximum Gold was a good reprint for this. But a nice common reprint puts it into more players' hands. And again, like I said, for $30, you're getting quite the base for a Cyber Dragon build on its own. Limited removal, just double over. This is like a go for game card. We do got the Cyber Dark Invasion. Once per turn, activate one of the effects. Target a Cyber Dark effect monster you control. Equip a dragon or machine from either graveyard to it as an equipped spell that gives 1,000 attack. Or send one equipped spell you control equipped to a machine monster to the graveyard. Destroy one card your opponent controls. Each effect once per turn. So again, you can have two of these and get both effects. One of these is not going to spawn both effects in a turn. This will allow for some interruptions. I will probably be using this a lot during the budget builds and maybe a little less when we get into the bigger ones. We do get Cybernetic Revolution, tribute to Cyber Dragon monster, one Cyber Dragon. Special summon a fusion from the extra deck that lists a Cyber Dragon as material, but it cannot attack directly. And if it's destroyed during the end phase of the next turn, you can only activate one of these per turn. Again, we can go into any one of like the Cyber Dragon monsters because they all count as Cyber Dragon at some point, and we can actually spawn out Cyber End Dragon, go into limiter removal, and punch something with an 8k piercer. And again, if they got something that has 0 defense, that would be very unlucky because that could be a game stroke. We did get Power Wall in here, which is kind of cool. Call of the Haunted, Paleozoicanedia, Cybernetic Overflow. I was wrong. It's not a continuous. Banish a Cyber Dragons with different levels from the hand face up on the field or graveyard, then destroy an equal number of cards your opponent controls. If this on the field is destroyed by a card effect, you can add one Cyber Spell Trap from the deck to the hand, each effect once per turn. So this is good bait if your opponents are going to be using things like Twin Twisters and Lightning Storm and Harpy's Feather Duster. This is going to give you a search while kind of psyching them out, so it's kind of cool. We do have Over Dragon, which is awesome. Cyber Darkness Dragon, Cyber Dark Dragon. We did get the Power Bond and Overload Fusion, just in case you were kind of like curious. Maybe you guys hadn't seen the whole set. And then, of course, we get one of these little cool things. Again, in the next couple of days, I'm going to be doing a lot of deck builds featuring this. This is really like a week's worth of content in one little Halloween trick-or-treat gift from Konami to all of us. If you guys, maybe like the early commenters, you guys hit me up with which deck you guys think that you'd like to see first. Of the three, if you want to see Pure Cyber Dragon, Pure Cyber Dark, or the mixed deck first, hit me in the comments. Let me know which one did you guys vote for. And as long as it's the regular Cyber Dragon first, I will probably be able to accommodate that. I really want to thank you guys for stopping by and checking this out. And I really hope that you guys stop by and check out the rest of the videos. I'm only going to ask the one favor today, and that is try to have a great day, my friends. go out, do something fun for yourself. Go pick these up. Honestly, this is just an amazing value, and it's definitely going to help increase your guys' game just as much as it will mine. So I'll see you guys on the next deck lists. We got like, I don't know, 6 of them coming. So later.